gonna do this Cash App giveaway if enough people join the live. If not, I'll do one. Let's say I make a video, and for the people that comment, I mention it. Maybe I'll have somebody to comment something, and the first few people who comment that, I Cash App them. But if enough people join the live, then we could do something different. Maybe I could ask a question. Somebody get it right, then Cash App that person. Do a few of those. How you know that person got it right? We all could look it up together. You know, it ain't like we just going off one answer or just my opinion. You know, or we do a guessing game like I type a number in on my calculator. The highest number I do is about to say 1 or 200. 1 out of 200. What three numbers did I choose? You know what I'm saying? So you could be like 19. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be 019. You know what I'm saying? So we'll do it like that. Or you could just say, man, he chose 150. You might be right. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing I do is just pull my phone around and show y'all. You know what I'm saying? And let you see what number I got. Whoever close, that's who wins. If a person get 148, the other person get 149, I'm going to go with 148. Now, if you got 149 and it was 150, you going to win with the 149 unless somebody said 150. I mean, if it was, let's say, 149 and the other person got 160, but the answer 150, you know what I'm saying? I'm going with 159. That's what I really meant to go with, but y'all get it. You understand. If the answer is 150 and somebody got 149, the other person got 151. You got 151, they got 149. I'm going with 149. I'm not going with 151. I'm not rounding down. That's what I've been meaning to say. So you know what I'm saying? But y'all understand. You should understand what I was going with it. Had a good understanding. My words just fumbling everywhere. I want to say so much, but I'm really waiting on people to join the live. I really want to get a conversation going. See what y'all think. How y'all feel about certain things. I don't want to just give my opinion, my thoughts, and how y'all thinking one way. Because a lot of people nowadays be misled, and I don't want to say y'all been easily manipulated, for lack of, once you get them, it's hard to trick you. It's hard to tell you something and convince you of something. A person like myself, you have people out there in the world, man. I'm trying to say something to y'all, and I just want y'all to understand. Listen to me. There's a lot of great people out there that came along, and all of them have had harm done to them. We could all say Jesus was the first one, and everybody after him You know, you start making a name for yourself, and you saying things to try to bring awareness to others, or to let others know that there's more to life. Even almost sharing secrets that you probably wasn't supposed to know. Man, my hair is just. But you probably even sharing secrets that you wasn't even supposed to know. And since you're doing so, you have people, you have others who are watching you. You may have some watching you in a good way. You may have some that's watching you in a bad way. But you have to accept the good and the bad. You can't just want what you want and want it how you want it and only want it one way and expect the person to bring it to you in a certain manner, be happy while they doing it. You want them to, you know, a lot of people think that way. So this is why I really try and break down the things that I say to you all to try and help understand without bringing confusion. Because I don't want to manipulate people. I don't want people to feel as if I'm trying to mislead them, but I want you to see that and understand that people are being manipulated, people are being misled, and then they be so gone to where they are in defense of what they was taught and thinking that's right. You know, like going out of space. People think that they actually went out of space because they said, and they also say they only did it like 6 times. Out the whole entire time that they say they traveled out of space, they only did it 6 times, and that was back in the 90s, sometime in the 90s. So y'all really believe that they actually went out of space? Like, come on, man. Like, you think they wasting all this money trying to go out of space, rebuild this space shuttle and all this stuff and be able to have this equipment to get out of space? You think they doing that? No, they traveling around the world. That's what they actually doing. They have areas on the map where it says restricted flight patterns, prohibited flight patterns, and it's a third one. I can't think of it, but if you look it up, you would see that they have the areas marked out where they will not allow other people to travel outside of. You are only to allowed to travel inside these certain areas. And the areas that they do not allow you to travel outside of, that only leave you to stay what you see on the map, where the planes fly you around at. You can't fly outside there. It's things outside of there, but they tell you it ain't no land out there. They tell you that this, hey, calm down. Y'all calm down. It ain't even nothing out there. I don't see no cats, no nothing. Hush, man. But listen, even with animals, check this out. Spirits are real. People will say plants got life. You know, if you actually go and do the studies, you go and just look it up. You don't have to do the studies like they didn't put in already. Science know this. They know God is real. They will try and mislead you and tell you that he's not. They want you to praise the devil. Just look into the facts. I'm giving you the flat out truth. They don't like people like myself who do these things. They try and find a way to bring a person like myself down or just erase completely to where if you don't know, you won't know. If you don't do the research and look up the things that I've said, it's not like it'll be said again. And that's how they will try and bring into the future. I know this. I don't care. I love the people. So I spread the truth. And I just want people to look into it for themselves. You don't just go off of what I say. My words mean nothing. It's just basically my thoughts, you know. Even though they could be facts, this is basically just words, you know. And you listen to it, but do your research and listen to that. See for yourself and know the facts of whatever anybody says, you know. So don't be misled by no one, not even myself. Listen, aliens are real. Telecommunication is real. You can have a newborn baby, have them around dolphins. Dolphins do telecommunication. Science know this. If you look this up, if you look up the things that I say, you will see that these are the facts. They want to recreate a sun. They want to recreate a sun. They want to try to recreate everything that's natural. So they can say that they don't need a God. They have it for themselves. The gods give knowledge or gave knowledge. People take advantage. You could give an inch, they take a mile. You hear things, but people want to block out and say, nah, this ain't true. Nah, that ain't true, because it become too much. It become overwhelming. It become to the point where they just feel bad in on insides. You know, you start feeling bad because you're not really a person. They don't know what you are. You're not a human. A human. This is the things that you all to know, to understand, to realize. Just look it up. They changed the definitions, the terms of words. They understand that it is a spell. You've been hearing this, people been hearing this their entire life, basically. You seen it in movies. You seen witches way before you seen all these things your entire life, but you would still rather say, nah, that ain't true. Nah, that's just a movie. Nah, that's just something. Where they get it from? Well, where did they get it from? Just come up with something that never been done. There's no way a person mind just gonna come up with cell phones when you have no idea. Just regular people. Just regular people. There's no way a person brain just comes up with just something so amazing out of the blue and it didn't come from nowhere. They fake. Yeah, I seen the NASA spacewalk videos. They fake them. CGI been out. All this technology stuff been out. They only feed you a little bit of it. Once they've got enough of what they got, they water it down. They not giving you the best of the technology that you could have. They know the powers that be with it. They know where they get it from. They got it from the powers that be. So they break it down. They breaking down alien technology. That's what they call them, aliens. You really an alien on the cool too. You not a human. This is really what I want you to understand. We are not human. You look up the word human and understand where the word human come from. A person or whatever it is. A person, a human, whatever it is. I post it. I got a video of it. You know, I post it for you. So look for that video to come up after this. You know, I was trying to get a good compilation. It might take a while, but I'll post it up today. It's either gonna be today or tomorrow for sure. The video will be up. I'm gonna try to get it up today. The things that I'm saying, it is very real. The government knows this, but they try and keep you as their property. If you go by their rules, go by everything that they say, you is their property. This is a fact. You is their slave. or their property. This is a fact. This is why everybody pays this taxes and all these things, because they going by everything that they regulate. This is why they don't want you to, this is why they want you to be recognized as such. That way, you is not saying you are a God or God's child. You are removing yourself from him. This is a fact. This is a fact. You have ones and zeros when you, and things like that. It's all about ones and zeros. When you zero everything out, let's say like your cell phone. Your cell phone, when you do your password and all that, it got ones and zeros in your password. So if you take it to a computer shop and you saying, man, I forgot my password, they gonna zero everything out, put it back to all zeros. Now your cell phone don't have no password. It's a chip in your phone. And if you zero that chip out, it's no longer a password in the phone. The phone will be brand new. The most likely, like, you can make the phone brand new, but where it's everything erased, and but it ain't got no password no more, because you zeroed everything out. But if you can find the spot that's in the, whatever it is, if you take that password, whatever that part is in that part of the server, and zero it out, it's no password. It's zeros and ones throughout the computer coding. The reason I mention this, it's like that in life. It's zeros and ones. Hey, hush. It's zeros and ones. So when it comes to computer, mom and dad, they all gotta have a name. They all gotta have a birthday, a day they was born, an age. All this is in computer coding. These are the first steps. The reason I bring this up, that's it's this real life. So the Matrix, when they show these things on the Matrix, or they show these things in Men in Black, people don't realize they mix truth with a little bit of movie, whatever, so it could be entertainment. They mix truth with entertainment. So this is why I tell people, look it up. Look up the things I say so you can fact check the things I say, and don't just think that I'm talking a bunch of gibberish. No, these are facts. I know it may seem as if I take you off course sometimes, because it's not as if I got nothing written down. I'm just talking about everything. And it's a lot out there for me to bring to the forefront for you all to just realize, like, you know what, man, dang, they gonna kick me out. They gonna kick me out. You have poorer countries that has better water system than us. You have countries that's in a worse poverty condition that has better water system than us. How could that be? Why would that be? You know? Why we can't take care of our people? Why you filter the waters, all that, to the main pipes or whatever, and better your people? But people don't, they don't care about that. People don't care about that. You have countries who don't feed, or try to not feed. They try and feed less toxin food. All the things that be added into the foods that they know that is not good, they try and add as less as they can. That's in other countries though. Not here. Here they go to the max, and sometimes they go over. Look it up. It's the truth. It's the truth. The toxin things that we consume and that they allow, knowing that it's not good. It's just outrageous. It's just it's just unbelievable. Like the things that they do to you, and then you still run back to them and say, "Oh no, I'm." This is basically what's going on in the world. People are being mistreated at the same time they being fed, and they choose to stay because they being fed, and they feel as if I go out here by myself, I'ma have to do this by myself, and they scared of that. That's what people really scared of when it comes to. You got people that will go to war, but not actually go to war for what's here, you know. But they realize that when they go out there, this is another truth too. You got this another truth for y'all too, and you wonder why when people be coming back here, they be so messed up, and they don't be able to talk about certain things. You know, you got people who will get up and go out there and go to war, but you don't have nobody here that's ready for war, who's willing to say F these people. You don't got nobody here that's really ready to say, you know what, everybody need. I know a lot of people talk about this type of stuff, and it always seems as if it's like the same thing. It's like a tape recorder. If you look at the people online and listen to some of the things that I say, it's almost as if it's a tape recorder, to where you got certain people who always be like, look at everybody that's going to work and they acting like slaves, being robots. Don't even got that much time in the day to themselves, you know, but they go to work for these people and complain about how much money they paying now. But they putting all this blood, sweat, and tears into these people work or whatever, or going to these people's school being taught all these lies when you could really do this stuff. I know it's been a lot of people that said this over the time being, and I don't try and be that same voice, but at the same time, it's a truth. It's a truth. It's only that people have become something that they're not, and they've been searching for something that they've been missing, and they don't know what it is, and they scared to even look for it, or they feel ashamed to even be in the presence of God because of all the BS that they know that they did. It's like you done been tricked away from God, and the person led you over here to come over here and party and do all this BS, while they go over there and try and get into the good presence of God and get into the all this with God and take all your glory and everything. And now you scared to go back because you like, dang, man. Even though he don't know how to use what I had over there, even though he don't know how to even, he can't even hurt me really, because that's my powers. It's just, man, it just I'm scared God ain't gonna like me no more. That's almost as if what people really going through. You know, it's like a trauma almost. Like they afraid. This is really like the truth right here. This really the truth. It's like people are afraid to know God, because they can hear a voice in their head. They could go outside. This is one of my favorite things I like to say. Wake up, smell the coffee. Go outside and smell the roses. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? When you wake up in the morning, a lot of times people like to drink coffee or tea or something like that. Some people drink water. Some people think water don't have a smell. That's a lie. Why you think it's so many different waters? Why you think The waters taste different. Some people don't like the taste of that water. Some people don't like. They got a taste. They got a smell. You probably don't notice it. It might be very subtle, but it's there. So I rather me just say wake up and smell the water or whatever like that, or just smell the aroma. I say wake up, smell the coffee. Go outside and smell the roses. What I mean by go outside and smell the roses, yeah, it's the minerals in it. So what I mean by go outside and smell the roses, just being outside in general, it's life out here. The flowers got life. Grass got life. It's growing. It's growing. It's like I was saying at first when I said, man, I'm gonna come back to that. If they got on YouTube, they got videos out here where you can see that they take these little spike things or whatever, where you can see the vibrations of the flowers while they play music, or you can see you can watch the way the flowers move or whatever. It's it's life in it. You can take rice, put it in water. They did this experiment, taking rice, put it in water, saying a lot of good things to this rice, say a whole lot of bad things to this rice, and don't say nothing to that rice. And over time, you will see the changes within the rice. And every time, the one you are speaking positive to, always looking good. Every time. The words you think, the words and things you use, this is why I say they manipulate people and have, I don't even like the word people because it's a monster. You is not a monster. They don't know what you are. They really don't know. It's ways you can fight this in court. You can actually take this to court and say, like it's a, I post that video too. It's in the same video, the one I was speaking of earlier. I got, with, if it's not in the same video, but I post both clips. I'll have them in one video for you, to where you'll see that you can take this to court and show, will have them to prove that you are a person. But you taking the court saying that you is not a person, because you is not a monster. But they will have to prove that you are a person. They won't be able to prove it. This is where they keep you in bondage with them. And you is not a part of God, because you abide by what they tell you and what they lay out for you. And you are led into confusion because this is what you see, this is what you know. And then you'll go against someone who may say, nah, man, that ain't true, because this is what you was taught. Instead of understanding, hey, man, let me go back, let me see what they said back in the 1700s, back in the 1600s. What was the words they was using back then? And now they wanting to change the words into a different wording, so people won't actually understand and know the facts. Dinosaurs not real. I've been saying this for years. Like, man, you mean to tell me you got dinosaur bones, and then you tell me that the dinosaur bones make oil? It take the minerals and flowers or whatever around it, and it make oil. But sometimes you got fossils. How come I never seen a person fossil? That's what I always ask myself. I never seen a person fossil. How do you get a fish fossil? I never seen a fish fossil. But I used to think these things, and because I see them with it. But just because I see them with it don't mean, hey, man, but where did that come from? You keep on telling me that this oil, but nah, man, Like, how come all the bones don't turn to oil? How come the oil, it ain't no more oil in that spot when you suck the oil from there? It's almost like you taking the blood from out the earth. They don't want to talk about that. That's the fact. That's the blood of the earth. Everything has life in it. You think you the only thing that's actually animals and everything else around here? These things around here disappointed in you. They are disappointed. Truth. Aliens and things like that are disappointed in the humanity. For the fact, it's really as if no one cares. Nobody is out here actually showing appreciation to the life that we live in. People are just